I just picked up a massive load of scaffolding. And what do I have? I have 8 frames, 9 decks. Hold on one second.
Starting route to home. Head south to Fieldstone Close. Then take the first left.
And this is a new area in between Airdrie and Calgary. It's called
Turn right.
Goldwyn,
Turn right.
I think. It's like in the middle of nowhere. There's no stores, nothing here. Like just houses. You know, they build them in the middle of the field. So north is this way, south is this way. Like I don't understand. Well, of course, later there'll be stores, right? But now,
Turn right. Then take the first left onto Range Road 11.
if you choose to live here, it's constant construction, you know, dirt, noise, and yeah, see Goldwyn Prairie Estates. So in the middle of the field, basically they bought some land from farmers, and I was just over there where they're framing the house.
Turn left onto Range Road 11.
Yeah, and my house was opposite that one. Yeah, I see Goldwyn, so that's what they call it, Goldwyn. And there's fields, like where do you go for food? No restaurants, no grocery stores. So Airdrie is about 8 kilometers that way, and
1 kilometer. At the roundabout, take the third exit onto Township Road 262.
well, actually, you can go this way. Yeah, you can go either over there. There's Cross-Iron Mills, not too far, right? Cross-Iron Mills has lots of stores, lots of restaurants. You know, the Cross-Iron Mills shopping center. Oh, and I can see the downtown from here. Cool. Because downtown looks like it's up compared to this area. I see the downtown buildings. What do I see? It's all farmland here. And I'm driving with the tailgate open because there's too many decks. Normally we close the...
Take the third exit onto Township Road 262.
Yeah, normally we close the tailgate and we put decks like this, you know, like the front sits in the bed and the top is up on the tailgate. But then it's when you have more than 4, it's very difficult to close the gate because you have to push it. And this was a nice road, but there's construction over there. They're building another community and they close it at the bottom there. So
In about 1.5 kilometers, turn right to merge onto Highway 2 south toward Calgary.
man, the sun is right in my face. Yes, I see that's Goldwyn. But technically, yeah, that's what it's called, Belzac.
In
This
1
is...
kilometer, turn right to merge onto Highway 2 south toward Calgary.
It's this little town over here. Well, it's more like a village. But that's Cross-Iron Mills. It's pretty much all Belzac. And here they have a couple of houses. This probably used to be some kind of a village. There's a church.
Go past this light. Then at the next one, turn right.
See, there's a Belzac United Church. But that's it. And a gas station. And then you have some RV storage, some school bus storage, propane place.
At the light, use the right lane to merge onto Highway 2 south toward Calgary.
And that's it. We are on Deerfoot Trail, heading south towards Calgary. And on the left, right away, I can see the huge red sign that says Cross-Iron Mills. So it's not that bad, right? But you have to drive everywhere.
In 5.7 kilometers, take exit 268 onto Country Hills Boulevard toward Delacour.
And today is Tuesday, so I was lazy last week, but I think I went to gym once. But this week I'm definitely going, so I packed all my stuff, my new t-shirt, like tank top, kind of like Claude Van Damme style, with a pretty much bare back. It feels very, free. And so today is Tuesday, yeah, so I wanna go. I wanna go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then maybe do Uber today. Yesterday some kid showed up, I think Korean, and bought my camera because I have two cameras, so I had to sell one. The guy showed up, gave me cash. Cool. Well, I'm still in the pickup truck. So after that big scaffolding order, actually I got lucky with scaffolding. So I go inside, dispatch is on the phone, so I waited like 5 minutes until he was free, and then I asked him, so what do I do with the scaffolding? Like, in case we have something going out next day, we can leave something, right? So not to do the same work twice. It saves a lot of time. And he says, no, unload everything. So all 8 frames, 9 decks, 4 casters, 7 braces. And I go outside to my truck, and I'm parked near the scaffolding, and next to me is an old pickup truck, and he backed, like with his he backed towards me, towards where the frames are. And I see one of our guys, one of our shop guys is running around, because this is a customer, right? So they help him loads something, right? And so I asked him, I said, hey guys, are you loading scaffolding by any chance? And they said, yeah. I said, okay, what do you need? Do you need 10-foot decks? The guy says, yeah, just no frames, just 10-foot decks and braces. I said, well, I got a ton of stuff on my truck. It might be easier if we just transfer from my truck to your truck. And they said, yeah, great. And so our trucks were maybe like 2 meters apart, and so instead of just me unloading, like our shop guy and the customer, so 3 of us, it took like, I don't know, 5 minutes to unload, to transfer the decks to his truck and transfer the braces, and then I just backed my truck towards the frames, and I just was able to drop them right from the deck without stepping down, So that was cool. And I go inside, my dispatch gives me like a whole bunch of paperwork, and I look and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy moly. So I have 5 stops. So I just left stop 1, where all those restaurants are, on 64 Avenue near Walmart, and delivered a super lift, like a manual lift where you can lift, I don't know, 400 or 500 pounds using a system of cables, right? It's like a poor person version of a forklift, but it's much smaller and it's perfect for, you know, tight spaces. And so I helped him to bring it in through a door because it has tiny wheels, and any small crack, this machine starts, you know, wants to go down. Difficult to push it, you know, and there's no engine. You just push it. It has 4 wheels and then like a cable and a spool and the forks where you can lift stuff. So anyway, that was my stop 1. Stop 2, another kind of like unusual, interesting, weird machine. It's called stair climber. Power stair climber. And I'm going to Calgary University, Royal Mount University. These guys always rent this for some reason. I don't know, they don't have elevators or something, but basically it's looks like a dolly, you know, that you used to move boxes with, right? Except this one has like another plate where it can go upstairs, you know. So it's actually a super interesting and useful machine for something where you have to lift a box up the stairs, and it's, you know, pretty heavy, right? And so that's my second stop. And third stop, I deliver that red machine in the mirror, trencher. Another weird but useful machine. So it has a small a small gas engine, and it has that rotating chain with teeth, and so they use it to dig a small trench. And that guy also ordered something called like a locator. Basically it's like locates cables. I'm guessing that's the plan. They're gonna locate where the cables are, and then they're gonna dig the trench to do probably some repairs or something on those cables. But it's like a suitcase behind my back there. Okay, where we're going? We're going to Glenmore Trail. Yeah, we're going south. This is Deerfoot South, Highway 2. Look at this guy. Speed limit is 80 kilometers an hour, but oh, so today when I was coming back from the first trip, right after the construction ends and the speed limit goes up to 110, 68 miles per hour, there's a pickup truck, unmarked, dark gray pickup truck sitting on the right, and the front door is open, like ajar. I'm like, what the heck? And as I get closer, I see there's a freaking police officer sitting there with the radar. So he just opened the door, maybe like 30 degrees, and he's shooting back. Like, I'm not sure who he was trying to catch with the 110 kilometer speed limit. So, you know, you have to be doing like 130 to be stopped there. Like, he should have been in the construction zone where the speed limit is 80, right? Catching these guys that do 100, 110. See, now it's already 100.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
So the construction zone is over, but then it starts again right before. Oh, the water looks great today. It starts, this construction zone speed limit starts again right before the Glenmore Trail. And you already can feel that it's not summer, because in the morning it gets chilly, you know, even though I still come in wearing shorts, but it gets, now you have to wear a jacket. It's cold just in a t-shirt, but then when it warms up, so like now it's plus 21 Celsius, just over 70 F. And the sun is shining, it's beautiful, but I have my AC running because it gets a bit hot inside the truck. And so yeah, stop 3 is the trencher, and then 4 and 5, those are pickups. One of them is a small load of scaffolding, which is okay, like 2 frames. That's nothing. But one of them is jackhammer and something else, and like a couple of small tools from a construction. Why are we driving 80 here? I'm behind this guy, like, who's doing 80 kilometers an hour. 50-year-old, what is this? Sterling. Man. No, actually, wait a second. Yeah, it's a Sterling. They stopped making them like 25 years ago, you know? Used to be owned by Ford. No power whatsoever. So we're getting close to Glenmore Trail, 2.7 clicks. And usually this is where traffic jams start. Our mountains look great today. Good visibility. So this lane that I'm in ends or exits at Glenmore Trail, and that's why they always have accidents there and traffic jams, because people from here try to cut in, especially when there's a long like line of vehicles over here. They try to jump in at the very end before the ramp, and so all these guys, we have to hit our brakes, right? And that's when, so yeah, starting after this curve, you have to watch for brake lights, and I already see over there the traffic is stopped. I'll just put on my flashes just to be on the safe side so that nobody hits me. Well, there's nobody behind me. But I see, so traffic is stopped all of a sudden, right? But I was prepared, and now all these guys who are in a rush, so now you'll see they're flashing the right turn signal, trying to, oh, there's an accident. Okay, I see police car lights. So there's always something here, because it's an idiotic design, you know. Why would you remove one lane, you know, from a busy 3-lane highway? You take one lane away, and then it adds up again, you know. Like, as soon as you pass this Glenmore Trail, 2 more lanes get added. Stupidity, you know. And here they have plenty of room to create 1 more lane. So like I said, Calgary is kind of like famous for super bad traffic decisions, you know, like the way they manage traffic.
Use the right lane to take exit 248 toward Glenmore Trail.
All right, I see a truck in the field. What's he doing over there? A green pickup truck sits in the field. Oh no, that's just a construction guy. There's some guy cutting grass near the fence. And I like keeping, even though it creates quite a reflection, you know, what I complete, like I just, you see, like that guy?
Exit, then keep right to merge onto Glenmore Trail West.
When what I complete, I put in there. So that was my stop 1, the super lift. Yeah, you see? Unmarked police vehicle, dual vehicle crash. So, and people drive too close here as well, because everybody's pissed off at these guys cutting in, so we try to sit on each other's bumper and not to let them in. And then of course, if one of them does get in, the people in the back especially have to, it's like a accordion effect, right? You have to hit your brakes maybe moderately over here, but in the back there you have to hit them super hard, you know. But yeah, this one, you see, this happened right at the entrance to this ramp. So that means I'm pretty sure one of those idiots was trying to cut in. Alright, so what do we have here? Amazon.
In 7.2
Look at this.
kilometers, take the exit onto 37th Street Southwest toward Grey Eagle Boulevard.
3 Amazon vans right next to each other. You don't see that too often. What's happening here? A convention? Oh, I have a delivery. I missed a delivery yesterday by DHL. I'm surprised somebody's still using those guys. DHL, you heard of them? But a sponsor for my YouTube channel offered me a free gadget if I do a review. Like, I'm supposed to do a review of that gadget. It's basically it's a special light for photography purposes that you attach to your camera. Not a flash, but just a very bright light with multiple settings. So light is always important, you know, when I do events, you know, birthday parties, especially when it's inside a restaurant. It's always dark, so you always need lights. You need more light. I have a flash, but that flash can be difficult to work with sometimes, and it's heavy. And so yeah, so they shipped it from China by DHL, and actually it took only like less than a week. And then yesterday they tried to deliver it, and I was meeting the guy who was buying my camera, and I was like 5 minutes away. I said, can you please put it in the lobby? Okay. So I go back to my apartment building. I don't see any notices. I checked the lobby in front of my door, nothing. So no notice, no package, except for some reason they use WhatsApp instead of text messages or email. And so I see on WhatsApp it says, we tried to deliver your package but nobody was home. To reschedule, click this link. And I already clicked that link and I rescheduled to one of their dealers, you know, like where they can leave a package at the store and I can go there and pick it up. But I did that online, but they still send me this message saying that we did not find anybody home. See, like, this is where you have to be super careful. It was 80, then boom, all of a sudden it's 50. Why? It's hard to see here, but right after that bridge, new pavement starts, and it's like loose chips. Yeah, see over here, and they still didn't put the lines between the lanes. And so if I was a cop, that's where I would be sitting, you know. And so they look like see, all the equipment is on the side there. Like, this is very fast, you know. Looks like they were working at night, because when I'm here during the day, all the machines are parked on the side, you know. So they put in all new pavement. We're still waiting for marker lights. Man, this AC in this truck is great. Even too cold now. All right. Oh, it's somewhere here. Yeah, I think I'm taking this.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Oh, Mount Royal University it says, but I think I'm taking the next exit. And it's good that I've been there before, because it's very tricky to find the loading docks in there.
In 2 kilometers, take the exit onto 37th Street Southwest toward Grey Eagle Boulevard.
And I worked with this guy before, the guy who ordered the power stair climber, because same guy, and he always orders the same stair climber. But once I had something else for him as well, but for some reason stair climbers are popular. Okay, I was still in the 50 zone. Well, I see 80 in the distance there. All right.
Stay in the second lane from right and go past this exit.
Second lane from right. Okay. So it's not this exit, it's the next one, I think. Richard Road.
Use the right lane to take the exit onto 37th Street Southwest toward Grey Eagle Boulevard.
Grey Eagle Boulevard. I think that's where the casino is. Grey Eagle Casino.
Take the exit, then keep right onto 37th Street Southwest.
Oh yeah, Grey Eagle is this way.
Use the right lane to keep right onto 37th Street Southwest. Then take the first right onto Richardson Way Southwest.
And so yeah, I know this university, well, the area where I'm going, it's you basically, I need what they call a recreation entrance.
At the light, turn right onto Richardson
You
Way
see,
Southwest.
University Mount Royal. Well, I think it's sending me the wrong way, but I put the address in. Oh, there's a bunch of restaurants here. And it's gonna be 11. What they have here? Starbucks, 7-Eleven. Yeah, I might stop here for lunch. 7-Star Liquor, Dollarama. There's a massage. Well, I don't have time now. Chinese food, Golden Leaf, takeout delivery. Oh, maybe I should get some Chinese food. It's been a while. Okay, what do we have here? Red, 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 no pedestrians, go.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
Okay, so this is the proper place. It's always sending me from this side, so now there'll be...
At the light, turn right onto Mount Royal Circle Southwest, then
Yeah.
take the first right.
Now there'll be a sign that says recreation, because it's a huge place. And I remember first time I was on the phone with this guy 2 or 3 times, because it's such a huge place. So I did like 2 circles. I could not find it, but I guess he was using the different building number. But now actually it's still sending me in the wrong direction. Yeah, it's sending me over there. I know the docks are right here, but I mean, unless you've been here before. Yeah, I see Mount Royal University recreation entrance. So it took 3. This is probably my trip number 4 over here. So
At the stop sign, turn right.
you see, turn right. No, I'm not turning right, so we're gonna cancel this and route, because Captain Sergei knows where he's going. Stop, and then we go here on the right. You see, like, there's no... Okay, over there it says main receiving dock, but it's kind of like the sign is there, but it's not very, clear. And then you go here underground, tells you receiving clearance 3.92 meters. What? So that's a bit lower than 13.6. That's probably like 3 meters. Oh, wait, probably 13 feet or something. All deliveries report to main receiving dock number 6. Yeah, and I'm gonna bring it in over there. Door 6. That's the. There's a guy there. He checks things in. All right, so the stair climber is off. Now let's get the heck out of this.
Turn left onto Conn Avenue Southwest.
University.
Then take the first left onto Richardson Way Southwest. At the light, turn left onto Richardson Way Southwest.
So it's sending me back the same way I came. So I'll see what's available at that plaza.
In 1 kilometer, turn left onto 37th Street Southwest.
In terms of lunch, maybe I should stop. But Chinese, like, what would I have in Chinese? Like, they would give you rice, probably some dumplings. Maybe I should have some dumplings, but I don't want to eat pork. And usually that's what they have. They have dumplings with pork. So yeah, my next stop is, that's the trencher and the locator, that suitcase.
In 450 meters, turn left onto 37th Street Southwest.
Yeah, see, I'm turning, so I think there's also an Indian place over there.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn left.
Maybe I'll do Indian. And how do I know this? Because when I was doing food deliveries, a couple of times
Stay in the left lane.
I was doing a pickup here.
At the light, use the second lane from left to turn left onto 37th Street.
Shut up. So yeah, there's Golden Leaf is open. Chinese food. Open 11:30 to 9. Ah, okay. Then why does the sign says open in the window? So they're not open. Okay, and these guys turning, what's the deal here? And all these guys are turning. Some are without signaling. I think there's something here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, once I delivered a masala over there. Cool. And there's lots of parking, not too busy, so I'll just text my boss and I say, oh, and I know there's another, oh, there's 4 Express also I picked up there once. Depends which one is open. Some places, you know, they don't open until like 12 or 11:30, so I have to find something where I can get food quick and keep going. Oh, there's Nim's Fried Chicken. I was there as well. Oh, there's a sushi place here. All right. So I went for Korean. I asked him, I didn't have much choice. I just said, what's the quickest to prepare, you know, to take out? So she says this, and I have no idea, but she says there's rice, there's veggies, I see there's an egg, and she says you put this sauce and you mix everything together. I said, what are these things? She says those are side dishes. Side dishes. So lots of veggies, but it's also beef, but I don't care. Well, that's it. My break is over. The food was good. You know, lots of veggies. Shit. Lots of veggies, just a little bit of rice and a little bit of meat, but not too much. And when I came back, when I started eating, a peace officer showed up, but he was just sitting there doing some paperwork. You know, a cop, right? So here we have sheriffs. If you leave Calgary, there's sheriffs, and then you have in the city you have police, RCMP, and you have peace officers. Yeah, not too much choice over here. Oh, they also have some poke bowl, whatever that is. And I texted the guy saying that I'm coming, and he's like, what time? What's the ETA? I said, I'm just taking my break. I said, I'm taking my 30-minute break, and then I'll start driving, and I think it's like only 10-15 minutes to get to you. So my break finished at 10 to 12. I feel pretty full. But this place, sometimes it's very difficult to get out of here, because there's a Glenmore Trail over there, so lots of cars going back and forth. Alright, this is my lucky day. And in winter,
About 2.5 kilometers.
I remember there was a guy here in the middle, right in the middle of the intersection, at an angle, and he left his hood, basically broke down at that intersection that I just passed. Oh, we're going this way. Okay, so it says in 2 kilometers turn left on 17 Avenue Southwest. All right, we can do that. Yeah, the only issue with this Korean food is they like to put sweet stuff in there. There was some kind of sweet sauce. I don't like when it's very sweet, but actually it was quite a, you know, rich texture, because there was some carrots, there was some seaweed stuff, rice, beef. It was good. Not too cheap either. It was I think the main dish was like $17 plus tax plus the drink. I think I paid about $21. Oh wow, gas today $1.15.9 at this particular Shell. You know, I always find that the south part of Calgary has the lowest prices. Now $1.59 at the Husky. And I used my Durango for Uber, so now this next guy takes it Sunday, so I will have to refill that huge tank. These lanes are so freaking narrow here. You know, I really don't like it when they have lanes like this, just with a thin yellow line between the opposite traffic. There should be some space, you know, like at least a couple of feet between the lanes, you know, for safety.
In 1 kilometer, turn left onto 17th Avenue Southwest.
Guys unloading drywall. So this is my last delivery, and then I'm doing 3 pickups. No, wait, 2 pickups. Yeah, some scaffolding and some power tools, jackhammers. But actually these jackhammers, I think one of them is electric. You know, they come with their own little pallet jack. They just attach to this pallet jack, and they have their
turn left.
and the pallet jack has a special spot there where you put the bits, so it's all like one unit, you know, like very, very convenient. They're not too bad to move.
At the light, turn left onto 17th Avenue Southwest.
The worst one is probably, well, besides scaffolding, the other difficult one is we have this vacuum. It's like a machine that sucks, you know, when they clean the interior of a house, like removing, let's say, maybe not asbestos, but, you know, stuff like that, where they have to remove some dry material. And you have to load this actual industrial vacuum, which is pretty heavy but has wheels. But then you have like 5 or 6 barrels, because inside each barrel there's a hose, like 6 inches and I think 12 inches, no, 6 and 4, I think. So there's like 5 or 6 hoses. I mean, they're not heavy, but it's like a massive load, you know, just one customer. So you have the machine, 5 or 6 barrels. Then quite often they also buy garbage bags. They're like special garbage bags that go on the back of this vacuum.
In 3.8 kilometers, turn right onto 73rd Street Southwest.
All right, okay. See, that's how I usually go. Like, as soon as I hear the next direction, I change lanes. You know, it helps me a lot, especially when doing Uber during busy, you know, times. So now I know that in 3.6 clicks I'm turning right. That's why I'm in the right lane. Then I don't have to fight anybody, right? So if the direction was turn left, then I would go in the left lane. So always, oh, look at Durango, just like mine. But a lot of people buy, they don't buy, man, these manhole covers. Look at this. A lot of people don't buy the expensive RT. They buy GT, which is just a V6. So RT is better, but also it's much more money. So this is a transit station. I think I was here before. LRT, light transit, light rail transit. And here we're, a new apartment building is coming up. One, two, three, four, five, six floors. I'm researching on Google the best free alcohol tracker apps. So it turns out, you know, like I'm using Lose It, but one word, Lose It, to count the calories, and it really works. And so there's you can also count alcohol there, but it will only count the calories from alcohol. But then I discovered that they have special same like free trackers, you know, to track your booze consumption, and they do more than just count calories, you know. They can tell you how much money, let's say, you're saving when you cut on drinking. And then of course helps you, you know, provide the apps. These apps will provide some motivation, you know, some tips, tricks. So I was looking at this, a couple of the names, Reframe, Less, I Am Sober, and then there's one in UK, My Drink Aware, I think it's called My Drink, like My Drink Aware, but one word. But I try to find it, and that one is like popular in UK, but I try to find it here, and it does not show on the iPhone, you know, App Store. But I saw Reframe, I saw Less, I'm Sober, but yeah, I want to start tracking alcohol.
Stay in the second or third lane from right.
I think it's a good idea. So just drop off the trencher and the locator. So next stop is picking up 4 frames, 4 decks 10 feet long, 4 braces, oh man, and 8 pigtail locks. Yeah, I'm jumping on the Stony Trail 201, the bypass.
Use the left lane to merge onto Stony Trail Southwest.
And lots of trees on this side over here, like you know, woods or forest. So that's west, I think. This is north. Yeah, wow, look at this.
Turn left.
Yeah, this part of Calgary, the west part towards the mountains, has lots of trees. Yeah, my pickup is 10 clicks or 13 minutes away. So yeah, as always, I noticed that time flies after lunch, because now it says the ETA to the pickup is 1:45, and then by the time I finish loading it'll be 1, and then let's say 30 minutes to stop 5, because it's in northwest, probably 25-30 clicks, so it'll be 2:30, and then by the time I pick those power tools and secure them, it'll probably be 2:45, 2:50, and so I'll be back in the shop after 3. And after 3, usually they try not to send us somewhere very far or like downtown. Sometimes they have to, but most of the time my dispatch will look at the watch or at the clock and say, okay, it's after 3. We're not gonna go, okay, which way am I going? Glenmore Trail.
4.3 kilometers. Take the exit onto Crowchild Trail.
Yeah, see, this is, sometimes this is stupid. Did I go on the right prop? Like, the ring road is over there. I just took the Glenmore Trail, because that's what I'm watching, the blue line, and that's what it told me to do. But sometimes the verbal instructions are different, incorrect, you know. Yeah, It's sending me on Glenmore Trail, and then it wants me to take the Crowchild Trail exit. Well, yeah, it's not that far. Like I'm in, so 3 kilometers to the exit, and then total distance is 7, so which means that it's 4 kilometers after the exit. And here there's often traffic jams because all these lanes combine. Oh, that's the Grey Eagle I was talking about. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. A couple of times I brought people here when I was doing Uber. See, now we have only 2 lanes. The right lane ends. I wonder when the school bus will notice that.
In 2 kilometers, take the exit onto Crowchild.
Oh, wow. 300 meters till the lane ends. Actually, I think I have to be in that lane. Because, yeah, I need the Crowchild Trail exit. Yeah, I already see the sign up front, the green sign. Oh, actually, my lane is good as well. Oh yeah, especially since I'm turning left afterwards. Good job.
Lane to take the exit onto Crowchild Trail.
Good job, Captain Sergei. But now we have to watch it. Speed limit is 50. We'll just match the speed of that ugly, rusted out truck.
Take the exit, then turn left onto Crowchild Trail Southwest.
All right.
At the light, turn left onto Crowchild Trail Southwest.
When I was dropping off the trencher, the guy was in good mood, was laughing, smiling, but said he was too hot. Okay. I see I'm back in the same Mount Royal gate. Yeah, I was here earlier. Okay, where are we turning? 90.
Go past the street, then use the right lane to take the exit onto Mount Royal Gate toward Mount Royal Gate.
What? So the same. Next one.
Use the right lane to take the exit onto Mount Royal Gate, then take the first right onto 50th Avenue Southwest.
Huh.
At the light, use the right lane to turn onto 50th Avenue Southwest.
I think that's the university over there, where I dropped off the stair climber.
In 1.3 kilometers, turn left onto 15th Street Southwest.
And I come here a couple of times. They have some kind of a community association over there, next to the military museum. Those guys often rent scissor lifts from us. Lots of
1 kilometer, turn left onto 15th Street Southwest.
lots of manhole covers. And so yeah, the guy with the trencher says, could you give me a quick tutorial? And I never worked with this machine, you know, like I don't know how to dig a trench, but I know how to move it, how to start it, how controls work. So I just showed him how to start the chain with teeth, how to go up and down, how to start the engine. And before I did that, I said, I'm no expert. And he says, well, you already know more than me when you phrase it like that. So, okay. So yeah, they said
Turn left onto 15th Street Southwest.
they're digging a trench right in front of the fence. I'm guessing they're putting some kind of cable in there. Here? Yeah, 15th Street. Wow, this is
kilometers. Turn right onto 38th Avenue Southwest.
This is a nice neighborhood over here. Lots of trees. Look at this. They have a huge birch tree over there. Wow. Yeah, this is nice. I like this one. My friend John from UK would probably like this area. He likes trees. See, they even have some fir trees. And some playgrounds, football, soccer field. Yeah, more birch trees. We have lots of these in Russia. Whole, like, you know, forests of birch trees. Wow, look at this.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
Wow, this one looks cool. Modest dark gray little mansion. Okay, this guy mentioned something about the back alley. He says, when you hear, call me or text me and I'll open the gate.
At the stop sign, turn right onto 38th Avenue Southwest.
I'm not sure what gate he's talking about. Probably the gate to his house. Cute girl with a dog. Man, this road is so rough. Okay, finally I'm getting close. 250 meters. 600 feet. Now I just need to find my...
Turn right onto Sifton Boulevard Southwest. Then the destination is on your right.
Need to find my back alley over here. Well, this back alley was tricky. On the opposite side is like a big hill and it's very narrow because they're doing construction over there. And there's fencing. But Apple Maps helped me. I see this thin line over here, so I knew it was the back alley. Like, you know, my house is here and I came from the other side, so hopefully it's not too narrow to get out for me over here. And the guy helped me, except all the scaffolding was at the house, like 10 meters, 10 yards away from the road, you know. I said, why is it so far? Well, that's where it was supposed to go. I guess whoever dropped it also dropped it here. You know, we do curbside delivery. Oh, you see here it's wide, but on the other side it's much more narrow. It's like this much on each side. It was a bit scary, especially going uphill. There's trees on this side. But yeah, the guy was carrying everything. I probably grabbed only 2 decks, and then I started loading them, and then he came with the frames. And he's like a short guy, but he brought 3 frames. And I couldn't help it. I said, are you crazy? I can do 2 sometimes. When I'm in the mood, I can do 2 frames. But that's, you know, I'm not a weak guy by any, you know, means, but 2, it's already difficult. This guy was much shorter than me, but actually he's, you know, probably 2 times younger than me, like big arms. So he had 3 frames, because you need considerable strength to hold them together, because, you know, of course they're 3 different pieces, right? So you have to have a grip like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, so it's not carrying 3, it's not easy. But this guy says, I said, why you, it's too much. He says, oh, I'm not gonna make 20 trips. And there was 4 frames, so he bought 3 in in one go. And I
3.5 kilometers, turn right onto Kensington Road Northwest.
So I put 1 deck down as a ramp on my tailgate, right? And when he brought those 3, I started moving them one by one, just one, you know, up the ramp, boom, boom, boom. Then he brought the other one, then 2 more decks, some pigtail locks, and that's it. Oh, and some 4 braces. You know, with 2 people, it's so much easier. I'm glad that he didn't make me carry them by myself, because, you know, some people, like, okay, they're over there, you know, like 9 meters, 10 yards away. No, wait, meters are bigger, right? 9 yards would be 8 meters. Yeah, so but basically 10 meters 10 meters away from the gate, and it's plus 27 now, so it would not be fun. Oh, I know this restaurant. I delivered a couple of heaters in here in winter, and it's still not open. And those guys, it's like a horror story. So they sent me to pick up the heaters and the propane tanks, you know, those huge ones, the 100-pound tanks. And I go there, and there's nobody. There's one guy on site, but he's not from that company that rented the heaters and tanks. He says, yeah, I saw some of them, I think they're in the basement. And I'm like, what? Why are they in the basement? So I go, and there's no light, nothing. So I use my cell phone to illuminate the staircase. And really, in the basement there was a couple of tanks and a couple of heaters. And guess what? The tanks were not empty, so they really were 100 pounds. Like, man, I was, you know, saying all the bad words I could remember while doing that. But normally, of course, then my dispatch says, when you see a situation like this, because it's supposed to be on the sidewalk, and we don't do this unless we charge them for labor. And I think that's what I told my dispatch. I said, here's the start time, finish time. I said it took me, like, you know, 30-40 minutes to drag everything out. And so that's what they would do. Or we can refuse, you know. I can call the dispatch and say, hey, all this stuff is, you know, 20 meters away from the surface in the basement. And then what they would do is they would charge him for this trip, like a pickup, you know, like a failed pickup. and then they would tell them to move everything to the sidewalk, and then they would send me again, or another driver, and they would charge him another pickup fee. You know, because that's how it should be. It's curbside delivery. You're not supposed to have drivers, you know, like navigate dark basements looking for our stuff. But yeah, come winter, that's one other item you have to be extremely careful with, is these propane tanks and heaters. They don't have any wheels. They're like this size. They're pretty heavy, but I learned the trick. So now whenever I have those heaters or tanks, I just take a dolly with me. And some of the dollies we have, they kind of like designed for tanks because they have a curved rear frame, you know, so when you have this tall propane tank, it just sits in there and you move them, and then you can use the same dolly to load the heater. You know, it makes it so much easier. And turns out my last pickup is 4 clicks away. So I just flashed my headlights at the guy because he's blocking traffic here. So it's just on the other side of Bow River. So now we are kind of like west side of downtown. Oh, interesting story with this Dollarama. When I was doing Uber, I think it was last summer. Actually, they found me through Lyft. So 2 girls, I think they were American, from the hotel maybe a kilometer away, but it was super hot. It was like over 30 degrees. And I picked them up and they said, "We're sorry, we're not going very far, just Dollarama." And so I took them here and I said, "How long are you gonna be?" And they said, "Well, maybe 5-10 minutes." And I said, "Well, I'll wait, then when you're done, just do the lift again, probably it'll go to me." And sure enough, I just parked in here. 5 minutes later, a Lyft offers me another ride, same name, same 2 girls, going back to the hotel. And it was like, of course, dimes and nickels, like $3 one way, $3 another way. But because they were American, that's now I remember, yeah, they gave me a good tip, you know, because for them, of course, Canadian money is very cheap. And so in 10 minutes I made, I forgot, $10, you know, 2 basic fees plus the tip. It was okay. Plus the girls were cute, so we had a mind-boggling conversation on the way in and out. Taste of India. Like whenever you look, there's an Indian restaurant, you know. Well, I'm surprised my GoPro is still working. It's probably gonna die very soon because I've been recording for a long time. What is this? Go Girl Shoe Craze. Fashions and accessories. Okay, so now this is the river on the other side of this massive overpass. That's a cop.
Stay in the middle lane.
So yeah, this is speed limit is 50 kilometers an hour, 30 miles per hour. So yeah, this is the Bow River. That's downtown Chinatown. And somewhere I'm turning right. Yeah, and I talked to the guy. He says he's not on site, my contact, but he says my guys are working there. Did you deliver this? I said no. Okay, I'll call them, tell them to wait for you, and they'll show you where the stuff is. And I'm honestly not sure if I'll fit everything, because there's 2 jackhammers. Okay, they're not that big, but there's a buggy, you know, like an electric buggy, you know, like that you use to move garbage. It's not exactly small, you know. Take this way. Yeah, this is
400 meters, turn right onto Kensington Crescent Northwest.
peace officer on the left over there. Okay, so it's somewhere here. So this is Kensington Road. Lots of restaurants here, very busy on weekends. Kensington Wine Market. Alright, better get ready, pay attention. Too many pedestrians over here. Well, the last pickup was the most interesting. So there was one jackhammer, which is not that big, not that heavy, but there was an electric buggy, which I suspected it's too big. And I have scaffolding, right? Man. So basically I looked at it, and what I did is I took the top 2 boards and I put them like this, because it was too difficult to lift this buggy. It's very heavy on top of 2 boards, but when we did 2 like this, there's only 1 board, right? And there's me and 2 other guys, 2 construction guys, and the buggy is